Good morning, class. My name is Ian Leisure. As you guys know, I am your class nerd, and today I am going to be giving you guys my presentation on my research paper. The name of my research paper is going to be Alexander the Great and Hellenic Legacy. So in case you guys couldn't already tell, I decided to write my paper on the late great Alexander the Great. The reason why I chose Alexander the Great was because I feel that he had such a massive impact, not only on the ancient world, but also just on society in general, and even a lot of his effects, of his conquest are felt today. Just a few facts about Alexander the Great and basically why he was so great. So Alexander the Great knocked out the Persian Empire, and he did this all at just the age of 32, or by the age of 32. He had one massive army underneath his command of about 40,000 men. And in case you guys can't tell, this little Macedonian army that I have rolling with me right here probably is numbering around 3,000, if that. So just imagine 40,000. So this whole area being covered by foot soldiers, cavalry, elephants, you name it, he had it. Alexander the Great had actually been known for a lot of his leadership, and according to Barry Strauss in his book Masters of Command, Alexander, Hannibal, and Caesar, Alexander had been known to have judgment, audacity, agility, as well as strategy, and he was able to infect terror into his enemies. He had never been known to disrespect his men. In fact, he had treated his men like family. And he even knew, what was another fun fact, despite him being 40,000 men, he was known to actually know the first name of a lot of the individual soldiers within his army, which is just astounding. He had never lost a battle. Not one. He fought many, many battles over his career, all the way from Macedon, Greece, into what would be modern-day Turkey, Israel, Syria, Egypt. All these battles that he fought, he had basically never lost a single one. And he even went as far east as India, as you guys know, in his conquest. He's famous for bringing Hellenic culture to a lot of the Middle East, as well as the ancient world. And with that spread of Hellenic culture, it actually allowed the spread of many famous religions, Abrahamic religions, such as Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, because Rome took a lot of Alexander's playbook when they started to do their conquest. And as you guys know, the Byzantine Empire, one of the most famous Christian empires of all time, well, and it was also one of the successors to Rome, well, they were Christian. So definitely Alexander's effects, even just with religion, was very important. He had over 70 cities named after him, so he was kind of full of himself when it came to his names. As I said, he died at 32 years old. He lived from 356 BC to 323 BC, and standing at only 5 feet tall. So he definitely helped represent my short kings out here. All right. And then my thesis statement I had going into this would be why Alexander the Great was so great. The reasons why Alexander the Great was so great is because he conquered much of the known world at such a young age against incredible odds, helped spread his culture far into the east that still has resonating effects today, and was such a unique and beloved leader. So the reason why I chose to do this creative project this way, to kind of show you guys off his army, but also I just wanted to show you guys some snippets of a fun little battle I'm about to play, just to kind of show the veracity and power of his army, but also just like the horrors of ancient combat. You definitely did not want to get stabbed by some of these spears and swords and clubs and all that nasty stuff. It's just not a good time. But I also wanted to do it this way because not only does I feel like it kind of gives a good representation of kind of the effects and the type of military tactics that Alexander used, but I also just wanted to play a video game. So this video game is Rome 2 Total War. You get to play as many of the different ancient empires of the past, such as Rome, Carthage, obviously Macedon. You get to play as Persia, Parthia, you name it, you can play it as long as it was represented in these old 300 odd BC time period. And then obviously this does connect and tie in with my research topic because I'm literally playing as Alexander the Great at the moment. I just want you guys to be able to learn about the significance of Alexander the Great and how important he is as a society today. And basically what I have learned is just how important Alexander was, just from studying the stuff that I've studied for my research paper at the moment, just how important he was, not only to us as modern day society, but just ancient society in general. This guy is massively important. If you guys want to like have a good time with making this project, do something fun like this. You guys don't just have to do a boring old PowerPoint. No hate for my PowerPointers out there. I got your back. But, you know, sometimes you guys want to do something unique, so it's always good to have a little bit of fun. And as I said, I'm literally playing a video game for school. Isn't that great? So, yeah, I'm definitely making it in this world. You know what I mean? Man, I should start a YouTube career. So, I'm going to go on ahead, start this battle, and I will skip ahead to when this battle starts. Oh, one more thing. I am actually playing on the Egypt map, in case you guys can't tell. So we got ourselves the pyramids of Giza chilling over here, as well as you know, just Egypt in general. The reason why I chose this map is it kind of really shows that whole deserty vibe, that whole deserty feeling, and I like to have this flat map to really show you guys the effect of and power of Alexander's phalanx. So, without further ado, I'll see you guys in the battle. We got in the battle. Alright guys, so hey, a few things I wanted to mention before we got in the battle. First off, I wanted to show you guys the phalanx formation. So as you guys remember what Professor Garcia was talking about in class, and then I also kind of broke it down a little bit more of my long explanations that I tend to give. I know, I'm sorry. This right here is a phalanx formation. So this right here is a type of formation that, I understand these are Macedonians, but not only were these guys special tacticians at it, but also so were the Spartans. These were the guys that helped hold the Thermopylae Pass from the Persians. This is the tactics the Spartans used. They used these spears to keep the Persians from being able to get through them. And again, these guys are very tough to get through in the front, as you can see why. But they're very weak in the back. So, another thing I wanted to mention coming into that, one of Alexander the Great's famous tactics, or favorite tactics when it comes to fighting, and this is part of the reason why he never lost a battle, is because he always played on the offensive. He went to his enemy. And once his enemy was cornered, they're just like any cornered animal. They like to lash out. And when they lash out, they tend to charge into these bad boys. As you can see, you have one spear in the front, one spear in the middle in case someone gets through, and one more spear right here in the back. So it's very tough to get through here. And in case you had any cavalry trying to leap over or do any sort of tactics that will allow them to jump up, they have spears up here to help prevent any higher enemies from trying to jump over, or things such as elephants or anything else from being able to get up and over the wall. So I'll see you guys in the battle. One sec. Alright guys, as you can see, we are being attacked by the enemy forces. And here we're going to go on ahead and get our men into combat with Alexander over here on the right. I do have to be careful because we are being flanked. As I said, look at this weakness. But this is one thing why Alexander never had to worry. They had support in the rear. So now, it doesn't matter if he's flanked. He has these guys back here to help assist him. And now, we get to see the famous phalanx formation come into action. Pushing back his peltast. And so you guys can see right here, right? You see how the enemy is not able to get through this formation. So now, with that light horse almost broken and out of here, we can start seeing the infamous flank start coming in for Alexander and his men. Breaking the enemy cavalry over here. Not a good idea, cavalry. You're going against spears. Playing these battles is so much fun. And with that cavalry advantage, now that enemy cavalry is done, we can start seeing Alexander the Great come in from behind and start taking out these enemy forces. And now we're going to start seeing that full encirclement of the enemy. So here we're going to see a famous charge. The enemy, I don't know why, they're blind. They can't hear heavy horsemen coming in from behind, but they're going to get slammed in the back. And now we're going to start seeing some men get cut down here. One of our units has used all its ammunition. Thank you, advisor. I hear you. I got you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. God, I'm such a nerd and I love it. And now, time to collapse them on the flanks. Let's get in there, boys. While we're doing that, as you can see, I pushed in one of the hoplites with the phalanx formation coming in from the side here. And let's go on ahead and slam them in right here and push these guys in here on the side. Quick march! Slow-mo in. Let's get some movie action in here. Oh, he got cut down. Really makes you feel like you're watching the movie 300 in that slow motion, you know what I'm saying? You know what? Let's go on ahead and have them break. Let's push in.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Companion cavalry.
And as you can see, y'all, a great victory for Alexander the Great. As always, can't be defeated. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a real pleasure doing this project. Just to answer that last question, how long did it take you to put it together? I'm making the video. I have no idea. I guess in person me can tell you, but my guess is it's going to be a couple hours. You know, just because I gotta do some editing, but I really hope you guys enjoyed. I hope I didn't make this too boring for you. I wanted to have some to resonate and kind of show you guys the ancient combat. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. See y'all in class. Bye.